Hello, everyone. My name is Mike Jones. I am the Director of Education with the Oracle Applications and Technologies Users Group. I'm very excited to welcome everyone to this Ascend 2024 preview, talking about the Oracle OCI sessions. A quick reminder for today's webinar, you will be on mute throughout the session. However, you're welcome to send questions at any time through the Q&A in the Zoom platform. We'll address questions during the webinar or maybe after the webinar if they're a little bit trickier to answer. We're recording this session. The recording as well as the slide deck will be available in the OATUG knowledge base and on the Ascend website. And finally, I'd like to turn it over to one of our presenters for today. She always does a fantastic job, and it's Nadia Bendjedou. Take it away, Nadia.
Thank you very much, Mike, and thanks for hosting us today. As you probably know, we have been doing a number of Ascend 2024 preview, just really to share what Oracle is delivering at the conference. We have done already one for the EBS sessions. Today, we are going to focus on the OCI sessions. Many of them, if not all, are really related to our Oracle application, in particular eBusiness Suite, PeopleSoft, and so on. So today, I have with me Hasan Usmani. Hasan actually managed the market programs for the Oracle Technology Cloud. And he will be sharing with us today the sessions, the content, the activities and that are happening and they have prepared for us at the Ascend 2024. Together with Hasan, we also have Atul. Atul, he's a director for cloud engineering and responsible for all packaged apps, including eBusiness Suite, PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, SQL, etc. And Atul is going to share with you some of the innovations Oracle is doing for our EBS customers, namely, of course, AI. And you probably have heard this morning from Larry and our announcement that the 23C has been renamed as 23 AI. So probably Atul could say a few things on that as well. Again, my name is Nadia Bendjedou, and I am a Vice President of Product Strategy from the eBusiness Suite Development Organization. Now, at the Ascend, we will have a number of OCI presenters that are coming to the conference alongside the eBusiness Suite Development Organization that are also participating. And you see some of the names here on the slide that will be there at the Ascend itself. So we have Johnny, who actually is the Group Vice President for the OCI Cloud Engineering. In fact, she's in the management chain for Atul. We also have Brian, who also reports to Johnny, who will be at the Ascend as well. We have Deepak, who's responsible on the Oracle integration. Hasan, as I said, from the market programs. We have Renee, who will be talking about some of the presentation we have. Shiva also from the cloud engineering, and we have a couple of people who will be present in a way pre-conference, so they are delivering content before the conference itself, and Hasan will talk to us about those sessions as well. So without further ado, let me invite Hasan to come and talk to us about what the team has prepared for our mutual customers, EBS customers, and other customers like PeopleSoft and JD Edwards as well. Take it away, Hasan. Hasan, are you on mute, maybe?
Yeah, helps to be unmuted. So let me start again. Thank you, Nadia, and thank you, OTAG, for inviting me again to present to the OTAG audience. We are very excited about the OCI, the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure sessions at Ascend 2024. And so I wanted to set the context with this slide. Customers have told us they're trying to modernize to achieve several goals: lowering costs, avoiding major CapEx expenses for hardware refreshes, exiting the data center entirely, moving to the cloud to free up IT resources, and for faster agility and business innovation. And I know many of you, when you think about cloud, think about SaaS, which is often part of your plans. But if SaaS is sometime in the future for your organization, then migrating your existing e-business suite or PeopleSoft that you own and have customized to the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, or OCI, as I will refer to it throughout this discussion, can deliver many of the benefits you want from the cloud. We call this a move and improve strategy, which delivers 3 levels or stages of cloud benefits, grouped into the 3 boxes that you see at the bottom right: migrate, optimize, and innovate. And our OCI sessions at Ascend fall into these 3 categories. The migrate sessions include sessions that focus on the actual migration to the cloud and cloud financial and operational benefits that you can achieve. The optimize sessions then focus on optimizing your IT environment in the cloud for EBS and other workloads from a performance, availability, security, and manageability perspective using unique cloud services. And then finally, innovate includes sessions that bring new technologies and functionality and analytics insights to EBS users in the cloud, like AI, ML, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and Gen AI. So I'll talk about our OCI sessions today as either drill downs into the migrate, optimize, or innovate category, or as overview sessions that provide a holistic move and improve story encompassing all these 3 categories. Next slide. So let me start with the overall move and improve view sessions for EBS and PeopleSoft at Ascend. The first session, extend and transform EBS suite with Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, is being delivered by the OCI team and will summarize the move and improve benefit story. The session will touch on migration automation, cloud lift services, TCO advantages, as well as optimization opportunities for EBS and OCI with unique database cloud services, cloud disaster recovery, enhanced security, monitoring, and ransomware protection capabilities. And then for innovation in that session, we'll briefly highlight how EBS customers can leverage the latest AI, ML, generative AI, and analytics technologies to gain real-time business insights and intelligence. It is one session that provides a broad overview without going deep in any single area. The second session I've listed up there really is focusing on there's more than 1,000 EBS customers who have migrated their EBS to OCI. So successful Oracle EBS suite customer journeys to Oracle Cloud Infrastructure will feature EBS customers who will discuss their own experiences of migration to OCI and what aspects of this move and improve capabilities they have implemented so far. You'll have an opportunity to learn from their experiences and ask them questions. Now, I have listed, even though it's an OTAG session, since Ascend covers both HCM, OTAG and OHAG are co-sponsors. So I've listed 2 HCM PeopleSoft sessions for customers who are focused on those applications. And these are 2 very similar sessions, overview sessions, just like the EBS sessions I just described. Extend and transform PeopleSoft with Oracle Cloud Infrastructure and successful Oracle PeopleSoft customer journeys to Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. Next slide. So now let me double click on the 3 boxes I talked about: migrate, optimize, and innovate. Under the migrate category, the very first section I've listed is navigating your Oracle Cloud Infrastructure migration, blueprint for EBS and other applications. This will focus on the how of migration rather than the why migrate. And so please join our Vice President of Cloud Engineering to learn how we help customers through their transition to OCI and what support and resources are available to gain more value from their applications. So you will learn about from customer case studies, as well as learn some of the methodologies available for day 0 and day 1 type capabilities that Oracle brings to you. I've also listed 3 other sessions under the Migrate category offered by the EBS product team that Nadia had touched on in her Ascend preview presentation last month. These sessions bring out the automation built into EBS to make the migration and lifecycle management of EBS on OCI much easier. These sessions include move and improve your EBS suite to Oracle Cloud, strategy and updates. That's by the EBS product team. Deploying and running EBS suite and Oracle Cloud infrastructure, that's by the EBS product team. And then they have also organized a Meet the Expert session with the EBS product team on running EBS in OCI, where you can come and have your questions answered about the various technologies that EBS itself is implementing inside EBS to make it easy for you to do lifecycle management and migration of EBS on OCI. And again, things like Cloud Manager are unique to OCI. So you will benefit a lot from that. Let me turn to the next category, optimize. Many customers move to the cloud for a robust, easier to manage, and more cost-effective disaster recovery solution. At least that's what we have seen in many of the customer stories when we have interviewed them. And so this very first session, effective economical disaster recovery and business resilience on OCI for EBS and other workloads, will give you an introduction to building cost-effective disaster recovery and resilience, leveraging technologies, many of which are only available in Oracle Cloud infrastructure. Next, simplifying integration and automation for EBS and other applications will help you understand how Oracle integration can help EBS and other workload customers easily connect to any applications, data, and partners wherever they are. Now, I know for many EBS customers, a move to the cloud involves figuring out how to maintain their integration with numerous other applications. And this session, together with its sister sessions offered by the EBS product team, integration options for Oracle E-Business Suite for the cloud and on-premises, will help you see how to maintain those integrations more easily, or how to build more integrations with new SaaS and other offerings in the cloud as you move EBS there. By the way, Oracle integration has been named a leader in Gartner's Magic Quadrant 7 years in a row. So you will just be learning about a suite of technologies that is an industry leader in helping you modernize and optimize. Another session, monitoring EBS, WebLogic, and PeopleSoft app stacks with OCI stack monitoring, is a session that will be delivered by the OCI observability and management team in the virtual pre-conference series. And it will show you how to make management of the full stack, from the application down to WebLogic servers and to the infrastructure itself as a single stack, much easier in OCI using full stack monitoring technologies. So that covers kind of those 3. Now let's turn to the Innovate section and options to bring AI, ML, and Gen AI services to EBS users. And I'll turn it over to Atul Bihari to discuss that.
Thanks, Hasan. So we're going to talk about some of the AI myths. So let's talk about in the context of, can I share something? Hasan, please, can you give me the control? Thank you. So Oracle just maybe I had a discussion today. So what are the AI capabilities coming or already there in the database, right? At a very high level, essentially we're putting AI capabilities to have more data-driven applications within the Oracle side of it, and also Gen AI capabilities, right? Within that, essentially, there are three parts of it. One is the insight into your data. The second part is natural language into the database query. And the third part is the AI vectors. So we're going to talk about the first two parts today, and then you will see more in the conference as well, the insights and the natural language thing. So let's see what offerings we have in that space. Let's put the right context in it. So we have a portfolio of the services. The brand name is called AI/ML Apps Accelerator. That's the name. We have one product. It works very well integrated with EBS database, highly integrated automated for manufacturing sector of it. It works for other sectors as well, body verticals. And this tool will go, as you go through the details, works for other data set as well. So the power is to take the ERP data and any external data set as well, combine together to give the patterns and correlation, and also the prediction part of it. So the key is that works very highly integrated with EBS, and then also external data as well. We'll talk briefly about some of the Gen AI capabilities, which is coming, which are already there, and how do you apply for the apps data part of it. I will give you a little bit preview on it. And along with that, we have a portfolio for other services like digital assistant, speech recognition, vision, or also integration cloud. As to improve your business processes, all this comes together in a cohesive manner to improve your efficiencies in the business processes. So each one is complementing the other features in it. So let's go into a little bit more detail. So all these things essentially are designed to give you new service so that you can have new business services by improving the efficiency in the existing businesses, have quick decisions, and improve customer experience. At the end of the day, all these things should help you generate new money. So where the issues are, essentially, the challenges with so many technologies coming in, how do you really bootstrap from where you are? How do you apply this? That's been the biggest challenge for the company. So we are here to help you with that. We understand all the dimensions. We understand the enterprise business. We understand what the technologies, both on the database side and also the ML side. At the end of the day, you need to combine multiple data sets, not just the EBS, ERP data. You have other data as well, operational data. How do you bring all of those together to find the root causes of the problem and then find more insight from the data itself, not from the experience, from the data itself. So we have some tools for AI/ML Accelerator and Gen AI capabilities that will help you with it. Now, AI/ML Accelerator essentially the three key parts of it. Finding the patterns and correlation from historical data, find what is gone wrong, and more than why something has gone wrong. If the yield is low, why the yield is low, right? Or something is low, quality is poor, why the quality is poor? What is the influencing factors for it? That's the key part of the product. Along with that, if you know from history things are like that, we can predict how things are going to be in a few hours or a month, because if there's some supplier is not giving the right quality, it will impact your production in few hours or a month. So we can predict that. And also if something does go wrong, you need to be able to trace in which process or a product or supplier or individual has caused that problem, so you can limit your liability. So we have the tracing capabilities as well. And also normally if you have a problem in any production entity, then normally the problem or similar problem is somewhere else as well, right? So we can also help you predict, not predict, you can find where else the problem is, and you can limit your liability. So essentially the three parts of this accelerator is discover, predict, and trace. At the end of the day, we're trying to find the influencing factor. If there is a question to be asked, what are the reasons behind that low yield or high productivity or low productivity? How does it really work under the cover? Essentially, we define multiple KPIs. Essentially, is a cost or a yield, and map that to the 5M. We have 5M paradigm: manpower, machine, management, material, method. So any of the issues can be mapped into one of those five or multiple of these five entities, right? And that's what the system does, right? So let's take an example of the pattern, right? Now we find that the strawberry jam is getting manufacturing, but its consistency is not correct, so taste is not good. Now you know that happened, the taste is not good, but why it happened is the key. So among thousands of parameters which can affect the jam production, we can identify the inventory, or maybe the specific sugar lot number was causing it, or supply, or maybe during the manufacturing of that specific unit, blender speed was much higher than the normal, and that caused it. Essentially, out of the thousands of things which can affect, we can narrow down to 4 or 5 things, which was the primary influencing factor for the failure of things. Now, what's the key behind it is essentially how do you really combine ERP data, IoT data, and some other data, HCM data under the cover so that you can have that pattern. So that's the key technology under the cover that we implemented. At the end of the day, we're able to find the root causes of a low yield or quality problem within the 5M paradigms we can predict. Along with that, now we suddenly have all the data in one place, or understanding of different combination of the data. You can use other tools Oracle has, as Apex or OCI, to define additional processes, or you can use that for the Gen AI as well. Right? Just take an example of the predictability. Right? So everything is green for now. It's going to go in yellow or red in few hours. So that's one thing, and we can predict that, and also why this system says that it's going to go wrong, right? Whether supply is an issue, or the quantity is the issue, or something temperature of the oven is an issue, right? So you can predict that these are elements which is going to cause you a problem in the near future. So the other part is the tracing. We can trace the production line, identify the issues, and identify what other problems may be happening in this factory or some other factory. Right? Behind the scene, essentially, we have a network of every activity, from the raw material to the building of part 1, part 2, or final product, to the shipping of the product, even selling the product. We actually create a network diagram of everything, and you can go deeper or a broader view of the whole supply chain. It is very important for business to know every aspect of where the things are. And so everything is a work order. You can actually, any process is a work order. You can go deeper what happened to the work order in terms of input and output. So in summary, we have combined multiple data, discover and root causes. Behind the scenes, so the key is that these things in the middle is the offering we have. All the things which you need to do in terms of the data collection from ERP or IT systems, bringing all the data, contextualizing the data, all the machine learning things, all the patterns, all the UI part, everything is done for you. There's no coding, there's no Python, nothing. It's all you work within this, the tool set we have. That's the main key. Otherwise, your bootstrapping will be too long if you have to develop it from scratch. So this is how the tools looks like. Essentially, there's some of the screenshots. We have insights, prediction, genealogy, and you can dive into deeper sector. All things done within the tool sector. Along with that, we have a command center. If something does go wrong, as tool identify, it essentially will it will notify through the command center. Let's take an example of the pattern a little bit more deeper, right? In this case, the gearbox has a noise level in sub operation 30. It knows that it has gone above the limits, more noise. If any machine is noisy, then something is not right. The system will tell you that, okay, during that, when the noise is high, is the vibration of was higher, the torque was little of different values, and who was working on it, and which specific bolt was causing the problem. It's essentially combining multiple different data types to give you the insight into what it is. So all this thing is happening with using the ADB, Autonomous Database, AI technologies under the Autonomous Database, right? Just to put the right context. So why is all this important? Why this packaging, the platform which we have developed is important? Because it takes you from 0 to 60, get going and identify what the problem is, how we can get some output in this space fairly quickly. And then we have customization and hooks at different levels. So you can different REST APIs to customize as you need it. So bootstrapping is very, very important. The second thing is we can take not just the ERP data, we can combine other data as well, which is very difficult problem to solve, to give you the insights, right? So it gives you the higher level of time to value, and you can add into any of your business processes through the REST API. And under the cover, since we own all this all those applications, the things which have done under the cover, which is especially applied in this particular tool set. How the EBIS data is utilized for manufacturing or other modules. Let's take it a little bit further, right? So we essentially took some data, applied this app selector. Now Gen AI, or we use the Cohere as our primary platform for the Gen AI, and Llama from Meta as well. The more context if you put in the AI, the better the answers you get, right? Essentially, you combine multiple technologies to give the right answer. At a very high level, I'm just not going to cover. So we have essentially Cohere and Llama command and summarize the feature set, and there are more details as well. The key thing here is you can take a natural language part of it, convert it into SQL. That's a very powerful tool. Now, how do you apply it in the enterprise space? That's the key. So you'll hear more about this thing as we move forward. Is that now in this case, okay, fine. Tell me the movies of Tom Hanks. Behind the cover, we do things which converts into SQL. Then you can run that SQL against any database, right, and get to the output. And how does this database get the right context without giving this in the public domain? How does it maintain everything in your private space? And that's the trick. So we'll talk more of these things. And the other thing is a VectorDB, which is another new technology is coming in that space. Essentially, you take a PDF document, it converts into a vector. It can be used for similarity search. So some of those things also will be discussed sometime future. So no, thanks. So more of these things coming, and some of the things are already here. Apps Accelerator, some of the Gen AI capabilities in the database, all of them are in the database, especially in the autonomous database side of it. Thanks, Hasan. That's all for today. Back to you.
All right, next slide. Next. Oh, yes, Atul, you were going to talk about this as well.
Oh, yes, sorry, that's correct. Yeah, so we have the roundtable planned with a couple of leaders across the customer base. Essentially, some of the things we talked about, how does customer are using some of this technology, AML Accelerator or Gen AI in this space or VectorDB? What are the different use cases customers having? Where do they see applicability of these things to improve their business processes? And again, come to the new money. How are they perceiving it as an opportunity to generate innovation to the new money generation? So we'll have open discussion. We'll have our point of view and share the ideas with the industry leaders on how to improve the insight, efficiencies, and generate more businesses using some of the technologies we talked about. So we have the technology, we have the solutions. We need to map to the use cases, and that will be the part of the roundtable discussion.
Yeah, this should be an exciting session, right? And this is a customer-driven session, and it's an opportunity for us to hear you, talk about what are use cases that are most important to you, what are lessons you have learned from implementing any early attempts at AI, ML, or Gen AI, and what challenges have you faced, and what kind of capabilities you would like Oracle to deliver, to bring innovation that you want to attempt. So it's us there listening, and customers basically sharing their needs, desires, and experiences. Thank you, Atul. Next slide. So, we have discussed a lot about the sessions that will be going on. But in addition, there are a number of deeper learning capabilities, opportunities, or deeper learning opportunities there at the conference. And OCI has worked hard to kind of bring hands-on labs at Ascent together with the EBS product team. And I've listed 4 hands-on labs here that relate to the sessions that I was already discussing and Atul was discussing in these earlier slides. So the first one is a lab run by the EBS product team to create an EBS-ready landing zone and deploy EBS Cloud Manager in your tenancy. As many of you may be aware, EBS Cloud Manager is only available in OCI, and it uniquely automates EBS migration and lifecycle management on Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. So you have an opportunity here to get a hands-on experience with it. Then we talked about the integration session earlier. So get started with Oracle integration is another hands-on lab that will show you how to create application connections, using Oracle integration. We talked about the virtual session on stack monitoring. So there is a session on OCI APM stack monitoring fundamentals that will show you, the single pane of glass monitoring of EBS, WebLogic, database, and host, that you can experience and have access to. And then from a generative AI perspective and AI perspective, build the perfect generative AI-powered digital assistant chatbot for your business. Will help you, bring new AI-powered innovation to your EBS environment. So space is limited in these sessions. We can only accommodate about 25. Generally, is about 25 people per session, so that you have a good experience of getting some hands-on guidance. So please sign up early, and we look forward to seeing you there. Next slide. So we've talked about sessions, we've talked about hands-on labs, but there's really many other opportunities to come meet many of the Oracle experts gathered at the conference. Certainly Oracle booth on the show floor will be prominently there as a place for you to come and talk to us. It's booth number 405, and it's very centrally located. So you won't have any trouble finding it. And of course, you'll have many options to get goodies, etc. there as well. We are actually, with all these speakers that you saw who will be there at the conference, we are offering one-on-one meetings with Oracle experts for customers, partners, and analysts. So if you'd like to hold such a meeting, please reach out to us. You can even reach out to me at hasan.usmani@oracle.com, HASAN Hasan.usmani@oracle.com. Or you can certainly contact your account rep and then request a meeting at Ascend, and they can forward that request to us. To give you an opportunity to meet with OCI partners, we are offering a OCI partner passport on one of those days, where if you visit each of the OCI partners, you will be entered into drawings to win prizes. And then finally, OCI is a major sponsor of Ascent, and among those, we are holding, we are sponsoring the Ascent closing party. So, look forward to seeing you at the sessions, at the hands-on labs, at the trade show booth, in any one-on-one meetings, and certainly at the fun and parties that'll be going on. So look, I'm looking forward to the experience. Nadia, back to you.
Thank you very much, Hasan. Thank you very much, Atul. As you see, we have so much content prepared for you for the Ascend 24. We have conference sessions. We have the opportunity where basically the Oracle team give you an update about the latest and the greatest features and capabilities in the product. We have the MTE where you come with your questions and the expert from Oracle will help you with answers. We have the hands-on lab where you actually try the technology, try the product that we are talking about. There are a number of hands-on lab. I think there are at least 4 Hasan mentioned. And then there are opportunities like the come to the booth and meet the expert, and you can set up a one-to-one on the fly with the Oracle expert. We have a roundtable that Atul talked about that is focusing on obviously the topical theme for the moment, which is AI, but I'm sure they can address other conversations as well. But in addition to all of that, we also have something that is absolutely new this year, and we are collaborating with our OCI team, which about something called the Executive Forum. This is happening on the Tuesday. This is organized, as a matter of fact, by the EBS team, but we have the OCI representation in the Executive Forum, and namely with Johnny and Brian, who will join us to make sure they meet the EBS executives. So the Executive Forum is really about having a network and connect with the executive leaders from our customers, meeting senior directors, VP, C-level, who have been using eBusiness Suite for a very long time, and they can help with their feedback. They can interact and really talk to the development directly. So it's a full day event. And so you will hear from people on the stage, from customers, how they use the eBusiness Suite. You will hear from Cliff Godwin, you will hear from Johnny and Brian and the Oracle executive, the EBS executive team. And then we open it to a Q&A to the audience, asking the Oracle team as well as the customers on the panel. So that's an incredible experience that if you have time to attend and participate, it would be great. So again, this activity is very limited. So the seats are limited. So if you are really interested, you need to make sure you tell us you are interested, and we go through the approval process behind the scene. So again, not only the EBS is talking here, the EBS, the OCI leadership, as well as the customers that have been using the product for a very long time. So that's absolutely new this year at the Ascend 2024. Now, you probably still ask yourself, why should I attend the event? Well, first of all, for an EBS perspective, it's the biggest event worldwide for EBS customers. There is no other event in the world that has the amount of content and commitment from EBS to the conference, to the customers, to the product. So it's basically, if you want to go, if there is only one conference you need to go as an EBS customer, this is the one. If you look at the statistics from last year, I have the privilege and lucky, I guess, that I am attending those conferences on a yearly basis, so I know what happens in those conferences. If you look at last year, we had in 2023, over 1,700 attendees. That's a lot of people, lots of customers using the product. We had over 180 speakers talking about in their sessions, in meeting, whatever activity they are covering. There are basically over 275 sessions and programs like meeting the customers, speaking opportunities, hands-on lab, the MTE. There are so many opportunities to meet the Oracle expert as well as your peers, basically, from customers and partners. And there are 27 countries actually coming. I mean, there are people from 27 countries coming to the conference. So this is the biggest conference for EBS customers. Of course, this year, the OCI colleagues are coming with a big sponsorship, as well as the big content that they are preparing for you this year. I'm so happy to see our OCI team working with us very, very closely. And as you see, we are working together to deliver this briefing. And we have been working on the Ascent from the beginning. I can tell you, I witnessed that because I'm part of that communication with our OCI team. So definitely there is a lot to learn. It's all about networking, about boosting your knowledge, about getting insight and new ideas, getting some inspiration from colleagues, from speakers, from Oracle, from the partners. And of course, it's not just about connecting with the Oracle team, it's actually connecting with each other, It's extremely important. I know we have gone through COVID and everything was on Zoom, which worked, absolutely, but this is absolutely nothing better than being face-to-face with the Oracle team and with the customers and with the partners. And I'm so happy that I'm such a privileged person to be attending these conferences every year. And I tell you, I enjoy so much, and I come back from the event with lots of energy to carry on for the rest of the year. I remember one of the customer I met in those conference said, at the end of the week of a conference, said, I'm ready to go back to work now. You know, it's people actually, you know, throughout the year, they get tired, they probably get demotivated for whatever reason. And then they come to conference like this and they get all boosted again. And then they are ready with lots of energy. I think there is a very positive vibes when people come to the conference and they go back with so much energy, positive energy to take back to their organization because they learned so much. They met lots of people, they made connections. And I think this is what the Ascent is all about. With that, thank you very, very much, the OATUG and OHAG for hosting us at the Ascent 2024. Thanks very, very much to our OCI colleagues who have been really doing so much in making sure this event is going to be a great event for EBS customers. And I am sure for many other customers as well. I'm talking about EBS, but there are PeopleSoft customers. There are definitely OCI customers. With all of that, thanks again, Hasan. Thanks, Atul. And very, very much thanks, Mike Jones from OATG and the OATG in general. With that, thank you very much.
Well, perfect. Thank you so much, Nadia. Yeah, I would like to point out that in addition, this is heavily focused on the Oracle OCI sessions. I'm the director of education for OATUG, and I see so many customers that are on OCI and loving it. And we will have those sessions as well at Ascend. So you will be able to actually go into, actually talk to customers and how they're using OCI. I know there's a few clients, HDR and Marquez, that are using OCI, and they talk about it at the conference. So you'll be able to see the, you know, how Oracle's launching OCI. You'll be able to see customers on OCI and what they're using it for, and how much, you know, time and money they're saving by using it. So again,
yeah, Mike, I actually personally, when I attend these conferences, yes, I would like to attend our EBS sessions, but it's more often I will attend the customer sessions because I learn from them as much as they learn from us. So it's absolutely important. This conference without users, without customer session, it's absolutely would be something different. Definitely. I vote for the customer sessions as well.
perfect. Thank you, Nadia. Yeah, no, it's fantastic. I love hearing those success stories and how much they love using it and how much how great it is. So this is definitely something everyone will need to attend to see. And then of course, integrating AI into everything is just making everything that much more easier and complex at the same time. So thanks everyone for doing a great job on this preview. And this will conclude the webinar. Everyone have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.